Welcome back to the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships, coming to you from the HC Slavia Praha Arena in beautiful Prague, Czech Republic. Andy McNamara here, getting set to call the action for the main event of Day 3 of this WILC tournament. The Iroquois Nationals battling with the United States of America. You see it right there on your screen. This is really the first true test of the tournament from either squad, and the initial real competitive battle of the tournament in whole. The Czech Republic, as a host team, have done an admirable job, but fell 14-5 to the USA in the opening day. Iroquois dominated Ireland 23-3. Both those results expected. Move to the second day. USA taking on the same Irish, doused them 22-1. Ireland learning a lot, taking plenty away from the experience, but not a true test to how good the United States really are. The Iroquois in the 7 o'clock game yesterday downed the Czech Republic 25-5. So plenty of high scoring, lots of stats being padded by both teams. It is silver versus bronze. The Iroquois Nationals back-to-back silver medalists in 03 and 07, the first two FIL World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. The U.S. bronze in both of those same competitions. England finishing fourth in each as well. So for this match, it's really a testing ground. They've had the exhibition games. They've had 2 matches each. Both are 2-0. Who is going to come out ahead in that very tough Group B division, which includes USA, Iroquois, Ireland, and the Czech Republic, a surging Czech Republic that has looked pretty good, and they're going to battle for a 4th place position. Group A, we just finished watching Canada as they dominated Australia 26-2. They're the 2-time defending gold medalists. Also in Group A, England, Australia, and Slovakia. For the U.S., chatted with the president and general manager of Team USA, Graham Dalvia, and I asked him specifically, how does this year's club compare to past teams in regards to the bronze medals they've won previously? He said that we are much stronger. Obviously, this is one of the best teams ever assembled in the USA. And when I asked him if there's anything else he'd like to add, he said, we are very excited, humbled, and honored to represent the United States. We are 100% ready to go. Go USA. That coming from the president and general manager from Team USA, Graham Dalvia. And the warm-ups are over. The talking is over. It is time for the most anticipated matchup of this tournament to date. Iroquois and the United States. On the U.S. team, there is an Iroquois player. Jason Henhock, backup goaltender, the 0-0. Eric Miller will get the start. Ginny Cappuccioni, a great story there. First woman to play an international men's tournament. Actually got an assist on Jack Reed's goal against Ireland. I don't think she'll get any action today, but what a terrific story that is. Right now we'll step aside for the national anthems of the USA and Iroquois. Here we go, USA Iroquois Nationals. Silver versus bronze from 4 years ago and also in 2003. These two teams are jacked. Fans from both clubs, Team Canada, will be in the building shortly. They will be scouting out their two toughest opponents. They will meet at some point in the playoff rounds. Top players for the United States coming from Graham Dalvia. He said focus on Casey Powell, the Boston Blazers, and Paul Rabel. A couple of players that could surprise everybody. Kevin Boom Boom Buchanan. He has a rocket of a shot playing for the Boston Blazers, teaming up with his mate Casey Powell, and also Bill McGlon. Top point getters so far. Buchanan has 6 points. Casey Powell, 5 goals, 9 assists. Also Brendan Mundor for the Philadelphia Wings and also plays in the Major League Lacrosse. 3 goals, 4 assists. United States in their home white, red, and blue jerseys. Iroquois, black, purple, and yellow. Action underway, and right off the bat, a face-off infraction, so Iroquois will take it. A lot of respect between these two clubs. Majority of the players playing in either the National Lacrosse League and or Major League Lacrosse. Getting the start in goal, Eric Miller for the United States and Mike Thompson for Iroquois. Goaltending advantage, you'd have to give it to Mike Thompson. Eric Miller missing his glove, had to go behind the net to find it. Buchanan hustling up the right wing. This will be the first true beginning to end battle, and a goal by the United States. I was saying the first true competitive battle. Casey Powell, no surprise there. Make it 6 goals and 9 assists on the tournament. You see Casey Powell step in, plant, and let her rip. Face-off, Ryan Hodling of the Boston Blazers and Tom Francis for Iroquois. Trying to scoop it back in that scrum. Picked up by Paul Rabel. 2010 Washington Stealth member. NLL champions, finalist this year. Langtree playing catch, he takes it, gets rid of it now. Casey Powell again. Watch him from the top of the slot. Langtree waiting. The U.S. moving the ball very well. Tried to go sidearm and sneak one by Thompson. Didn't work. Over and back the call. 1-0 United States. Looking to improve on their bronze medal showings the past two tournaments. Iroquois setting up Miller. Turns one aside. His first tough test. Matt Ulrich of the Edmonton Rush holds up in the transition. That's Westervelt. Mundorf gives to Buchanan. Buchanan fakes the shot to Langtree. And a shot clock violation. The U.S. players complaining, I think, about the shot clock. And there will be some discussion. I thought that wound down a little bit too quickly. And so that will be reset to a time. Cody Jameson getting word on what happened here. Have a look at Eric Miller. Organizers of this 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships have done a tremendous job putting on a show and taking care of a difficult event to plan and take care of teams from 8 nations. Casey Powell on the floor as well. Langtree down underneath. Hop outside the crease. Buchanan can't finish. Iroquois off to a slow start. Nothing but slow here. Stuart Hill. He's coming up. Cody Jameson with him as well. Sidearm wired. Miller aggressively traps it. Hold and vice. 1 goal in the tournament thus far. Iroquois and U.S. will be off tomorrow, the last day of round robin play, and we'll have the full day off on the Wednesday. Thompson kicks it out. 12:30 left in the first quarter. Iroquois against the Czech Republic were stifled early as well. It took a little bit of time to warm up, and then they obviously got things under control, winning that 25-5. Jeff Schattler, NLL Player of the Year. Number 77, you'll see chugging off your screen, shot clock violation. Eric Miller makes the outlet pass to Buchanan. He gallops up the right boards, dumps it back to Mundorf. Watch out for Langtree also. And a penalty. An infraction going to be called on Drew Westervelt. Let's have a look to see what the call is. Westervelt doesn't agree with it. 2 minutes. So Westervelt will have a seat. See some Iroquois faithful taking this one in. Both teams 2-0 in Group B, so tied for first. Cody Jameson into the low post, waiting high behind the net. Shot underneath, going back and forth, moving it quick. Miller down! Picked up smartly and quickly by Chris Schiller. Foul here. Miller has looked quite sharp. And it hits, and Sean Morris's stick flying. That came from Emmanuel Johnson. And some more confusion here between the officials and the score clock or shot clock. I thought I heard yelling down there from the officials about the time. Yeah, and the penalty had not been put up and started to go down. So they'll be sorted out. Morris getting an explanation. Sean Morris. So an interesting start to this game for the United States. Coming in, they are coached by a big-time veteran and a presence in the indoor lacrosse game. Tom Ryan coached the Boston Blazers as well as in the U.S. college system. Also played in the National Lacrosse League and Major League Lacrosse. He's assisted by Randy Frazier and Blaine Harrison. They're still sorting out the time. Captain of the United States, Chris Schiller, coming over, seeing what's what. Sid Smith captains the Iroquois Nationals. And they're going to try to figure out to see how much time is actually left on the penalty. Okay, now they got it all sorted out. A minute 12 left as Langtree's eating up a lot of clock. U.S. pressuring as they're down a man. Sloppy backhand. Tom Montour, the Buffalo Bandits, hands it off in the transition. Iroquois creeping in on that power play. So many weapons on this Iroquois club. Pass way off base, though. 5 seconds on the clock. Roger Weiss in, down. It's caught in the pads. Trickling along the crease. And Eric Miller getting just enough of that. Paul Rabel here. Paul Rabel and Casey Powell, a deadly combination for Team USA. 23 seconds left. Iroquois not having too many offensive opportunities on this power play. Mundorf snaring it at the line. He streaks in. Mundorf behind the net. Rumbling. Bumbling behind. Can he get a shot off? 3 seconds on the clock. Thompson forced to make a hard save. U.S. leading 1-0, and applause from both fan camps here. Penalty is over. Watch out for Dean Hill, the Edmonton Rush. Not able to snare that, but he has 8 goals so far. Casey Powell, over the top! Casey Powell, a rocket sniper, and the assistant captain makes it 2-0 USA, both coming from Mr. Powell. You see as he draws and coming in too late, kind of out of position, Stuart Hill. And a happy Team USA thus far. But the Iroquois are notoriously slow starters. And they do have the advantage overall in goaltending, but Eric Miller has had a terrific tournament and is certainly no slouch himself in between the pipes. Another rule to remember, no fighting in this tournament. If you are called for fighting, you will be kicked out of the entire WILC. So Temper's having to be careful, and Buchanan went high, and Thompson saw it all the way. Paul Rabel creeping behind the net, kicks it back to Westervelt. Down top of the line, Langtree receives. 18 seconds left on the clock, lots of time. Sidearm ripped. And Montour almost had a pick. Breakaway for Cody Jameson. Belial there, scores! Cody Jameson, the rookie sensation from the Rochester Nighthawks. Puts Iroquois on the board. See him bust up. And Mitch Belial coming off the bench and could not keep pace with the extremely speedy Cody Jameson, NLL Rookie of the Week 5 times in 2011. He played at the tender age of 17 in 2007. And you saw glimpses of the player he would become. He still has a lot more growing to do. USA ripping possession away from Iroquois. Ulrich going one-on-one, waiting for his offense to come back. He's moving down. Buchanan receives. Casey Powell has both U.S. goals so far, bobbling that pass. Powell coming in, spins, waits, gives back to Mundorf. Went top corner wide, Powell. 8:15 left in the first quarter. Corey Bombery, 5 goals, 5 assists in the first 2 games. He's been a tremendous setup man, but shows he can snipe from just about anywhere too. Corey Bombery, one of the complete packages here in this tournament. Jeff Schattler now. Pass picked up on the bounce underneath. Eric Miller spreading wide. Andrew Secor rejected. The USA having some trouble getting out of their own zone. Watch for Rabel in the high slot. Morris pulling back. Casey Powell there. Tried to shoot behind the net. Paul Rabel. And that will go for an over and back. 7:23, and we will take our under 10-minute break. A close one. USA leading Iroquois 2-1. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Jack Astor's, home of the fresh half-pound premium beef burger, made in-house daily. Jack Astor's, get fresh. Andy McNamara here in the main event of Day 3 of the 2011 WILC. Iroquois versus the United States. U.S. up 2-1 so far. Iroquois on the offensive. They have so many weapons. Cody Jameson getting the first goal. Iroquois trying to add more here. Tie things up. Behind the back on Miller. Little razzle-dazzle by Andrew Secor. Right on, though. Secor got 2 goals in the first game. Here's Schiller, the captain of Team USA. Setting some interference on Jameson. Kevin Buchanan. Gives to Westervelt. And Casey Powell. He has the only goals for USA thus far. Mundorf. Players from the NLL and MLL for Team USA. Sid Smith, the captain. One rough and tumble defender. Spent a lot of time in the penalty box the first 2 games. He'll want to learn to control his play against Team USA to limit their powerful power play. Holden Weiss, brother Roger on the team as well. Going to Miller, stands tall, shuts the door. Morris receives. And Mundorf, who has had a solid start to this tourney. USA creeping in, Ulrich going into the low post. Trying for the rebound. Thompson doesn't give one. Defense comes out for the U.S. Schattler of the Calgary Roughnecks has Stu Hill down by the crease. Now he moves out to the left wing. Schattler here, spinning, working, can't see anything he likes, goes overhand, and that is how good Jeff Schattler is. That's why Jeff Schattler was the MVP of the National Lacrosse League, making something out of absolutely nothing. Have another look at this. Schattler being defended heavily. You cannot have any thicker of a defense on. He uses the partial screen over the shoulder and finishes. Jeff Schattler with his 6th goal of the tournament. Face-off coming now. Rugby scrumming that face-off, kick back. Iroquois wins it. And just like that, we have a new game. Travis Hill being manhandled in the corner. Greg Downing on him. Ryan Hoderling too. Going for that loose ball. Trying to be kicked free. Who comes up with it? It's Iroquois. And Travis Hill of the Minnesota Swarm. And a penalty is going to be called to the U.S. Shot clock expires though. Thompson thought about running out and saw the clock winding down, so just stayed put. And Greg Downing will be going to the box to think about what he did for a couple minutes, slashing the call. And this is a terrific opportunity for Iroquois to take a lead and get things under control. A slow start for the first 5 minutes of this quarter. Cody Jameson, the high point, trying to find the lane as Iroquois underneath, went for the one-time swing and a miss. Give him to Jameson. They keep trying to go top shelf on Miller. They beat him there twice. Off to the races. Down. And a bouncer goes. Unable to finish was Joseph Smith. He'll come all the way back now. Roger Weiss. It's been quite a force also. Jameson to Weiss. Jameson brings some interference. Fake shot, pass instead, top. Miller finds it in between his feet. U.S. on the transition. And slow line changes. Mundorf finally comes on. 3 goals, 4 assists in this tournament. Both clubs, 2 wins, no losses. 3:37 to go in the first quarter, 42 seconds on the power play for Iroquois. as the U.S. used up a lot of time. Iroquois, 30 seconds now. Getting set up, Jameson on the line. Roger Weiss tightening that arc. In movement, Jameson finds a loop. Can't do anything with it. Off the top of the glass, lucky break for Iroquois. Jeff Shattler now. We've seen already how dangerous he can be. 8 seconds on the clock. Side, and that got blocked. Miller went down. One more time, kick save. Penalty is over, both teams at even strength. Downing coming back, Jameson, under, diving, no. Rumbling up is Jared Park. He thought about going, waits for the offense in transition instead. Westerveld gives to Morris. Kevin Boom Boom Buchanan, watch out for him. A thunderous rocket of a blow does he have. Casey Powell streaking up. One of the most dangerous players in the entire National Lacrosse League. 7 seconds on the clock. Still can't get a shot off. 2-2 the score, 2:18 remaining. Dean Hill, who's been spectacular with 8 goals. Relatively quiet here in the first quarter. The United States scouting out that game against the Czech Republic yesterday. Went far side, looked like he almost had Miller beat, did Shattler. Shattler again. Behind the back, 1 second on the clock. Ooh, and a swing there, some hacking by Dean Hill, frustrated with Mitchell Belisle. Fighting cannot occur in this tournament, remember, otherwise you will be kicked out. No player willing to risk that. Roger Weiss looking for that look through the screen. Miller saw just enough of it. Belisle now. Dangerous cross-turf pass. Mundorf on the right wing, directing traffic. Morris takes it now. Mundorf rolling, loses the ball, goes in the hand of Ulrich. I'm not sure if that was tipped. Certainly not a planned play. Have another look. Matt Ulrich grabs it, picks up the loose ball in the confusion, sends a bouncer. And as I've said all tournament, if you put a well-placed bounce shot a couple feet in front of the goalies, it can twist and turn and take an odd hop, did just that. So Ulrich connects, and the United States lead again. It's 3-2. These two bulls locking horns. We're up by Belisle. Was looking for a fast break dish to Greg Downing, couldn't get it loose. Coming up against the monster known as Sid Smith. Captain and leader of this Iroquois team. Under a minute to go, 48 seconds left. Langtree gets rid of it. Powell, quick screen, did not get enough of it. Mundorf trying for one more shot. 20 seconds, 30 on the game clock. Casey Powell keeps going back to that sidearm. Powell run over by the younger Weiss Holden. A fresh 30, so the shot clock will be dead. 24. And blocked. A sloppy pass, Sid Smith. The open net, Miller hustling back. That could have been catastrophic. Iroquois have 10 seconds to make something happen. 7 seconds now. Can they get one more? 4, bouncer, high. And that will bring an end to the first quarter. Iroquois almost catching that lucky break. An errant pass picked up by Sid Smith. So after one, the score, US 3, Iroquois 2. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Typ. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.
The 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by MyLacrosseVideoGame.com. This is a unique project that uses the principle of crowdsourcing to raise millions of dollars. The game will be developed by thousands of fans, players, and supporters who will each contribute to the development of the best lacrosse video game on the market. Visit MyLacrosseVideoGame.com for more details. Andy McNamara here at the HC Slavia Praha Arena. The third day of the 2011 WILC United States taking on Iroquois. Score is 3-2. And it looks like more clock difficulties to begin the second quarter. The clock counting down from 1 hour very quickly, thank goodness. Scores so far, Casey Powell got the first two for the United States. Matt Ulrich, the other goal scorer for Iroquois. Their first came courtesy of Cody Jameson and then Jeff Shatler. Assistants for Iroquois are Roger Weiss and Corey Bombre, who's been held in check, but watch out for him, especially with Iroquois coming down this end of the court. On the near board in front of the Iroquois bench, he has been dynamite in threading the needle, feeding passes to his teammate, and also can let the odd hot shot go from that angle too. This will be the stiffest competition that either team has faced so far. Iroquois began the entire tournament with a 23-3 drubbing of Ireland. United States finished off Czech Republic 14-5. Day number one, and yesterday USA beat Ireland 22-1, and Iroquois took down Czech 25-5. Iroquois on the offensive, going right after Eric Miller. He comes up with a nice save on 26. That's Peter Jacobs. And Thompson looked like he might have been beat there. Casey Powell. Three Iroquois players can't scoop up the ball. Powell comes right in and does it. Looking for Rabel. Open lane. Doesn't see something he likes though. 6 on the shot clock. Looking for somebody. Powell still has it 1 second. They'll just dump it in the corner. US not doing anything sloppy, but a few opportunities they look like they should have fired it off. Iroquois players lost his stick. That Stu Hill was the man in the first game with the feed behind the back. Not sure if that was a pass or a shot. Inaccurate either way. Andrew Secor goes behind the net to the count. It does. Wow, Andrew Secor popping out of nowhere. Dropping it behind Eric Miller. Very impressive. Have another look. Everybody and their cousin thought that Secor was coming back around. Uses those hops and gets his first of the game. Third of the tournament. Holding in the face-off circle for the U.S. And pretty even in face-off wins so far. And a violation, so Iroquois will gain possession. Tom Montour. Pass to near boards, out in front, all alone. Missing was Secor, looking for back-to-back shots. Peter Jacobs with a hack. Smith sends him to the turf. A breakdown defensively by the United States. Long pass high to Mundorf in front of his own bench. Buchanan working down low, trying to create some traffic. A wall set up defensively by Iroquois. Mundorf can't break free. Goes right at Thompson. Difficult save, you heard that thud. Buchanan trying to utilize that shot. A little bit of a soft touch, goes wide. Westerveld tries to snare it in the air. Knocks it down Langtree to Westerveld. Over the top, 1-2, no! Falling in the crease hard. Langtree. Forced back to the outside. On that circle, a wall. Not break through. Cody Jameson almost broke free. Langtree. Part screen, Thompson saw it. Langtree smushed to the boards. Pass outside the line, U.S. full control here. But Thompson has been absolutely solid. Morris cannot get a shot free. Standing tall is Thompson. United States still with possession. Iroquois' defense has to be tiring. Coming off the bench is Miller. U.S. is going to go for an extra attacker here with the arm in the air. A penalty coming to Iroquois. It's Ulrich on the floor. Casey Powell waits. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Gives to Buchanan. High slot. Looking for Powell. Sidearm scores! Casey Powell is unbelievable. Hat trick for Powell. And the United States fans are going wild. Look at the good movement. Catching, I believe, Sid Smith out of position. And Casey Powell of the NLL Boston Blazers and assistant captain here for USA grabs his third. It is 4-3. Peter Jacobs coming back on the floor with some sort of question. Ryan Holding and Tom Francis getting ready to square off in the face-off circle one more time. About 50% success rate from each team. And Iroquois is going to get a penalty after all that. That's going to be Emmanuel Johnson. And USA get the ball. United States going to try out their special teams again. Mundorf takes it. Buchanan fakes, playing catch. Buchanan now. Mundorf creeping in, down. Off the toe of Thompson. Mundorf, one of those unsung players to keep an eye on from the Philadelphia Wings. I haven't seen a whole lot of Bill McGlon yet. One of the players Graham Dalvia said to keep an eye on in this tournament. One of the ones you might not expect. That offering wired wide. All of a sudden, Jeff Shattler, he's all alone. A shot and a save. Miller says no. U.S. have 1 minute left on their power play. U.S. tightening that box. Behind the back pass, nicely done. Thompson somehow, some way stopped that. He found it at his ankles. Squeezed him shut just in time. Corey Bombery. He's been held so far, but for how long? Jameson doesn't connect, and Roger Weiss is smoked as he was looking up at the ball by Mitch Belisle. It'll be U.S. possession, 22 seconds. They'll be on their special teams. To the baseline. Casey Powell can score from absolutely anywhere. Watch out for Mundorf, though. Picked off. Second time the U.S. have been. Offers Holden Weiss. Has some help by Peter Jacobs behind the backer. Had it hit the floor too soon and goes into the mesh behind Eric Miller. Both teams back to even strength here. Kevin Buchanan has Mundorf, creates some interference. Buchanan trying to thread the needle, can't do it. Over the top, Buchanan. High save, shoulder. Buchanan has not unleashed the rocket yet. If he's able to plant and let that overhand hurl go, few in the world can stop it. And we have a penalty coming up. Mike Thompson, not happy. The door will open. And it looks like Tom Francis. Well, the Iroquois fans, not happy about that whatsoever. An illegal cross-check call to Tom Francis, and Mike Thompson, quite angry about that. U.S. go right back on the power play. And Mundorf had a wide open net, not sure why he passed it there. Off the post, that ball sails high into the rafters. J.C. Powell. Oh, and if you're a United States fan, you'd love to have that back. Drew Westervelt. Swinging a miss over the top. Hey, there you go. Saying Andrew Secor, watch that. Drew Westervelt. Beautiful behind the net dump. Calling on his basketball abilities, I guess, getting high and some serious air. So Westervelt with the goal. 6 points on the tournament, 4 goals, 2 assists before that. U.S. with a 2-goal lead now. That's going to be a push call. Paul Rabel chased Jeff Shattler. And do we have another penalty? Travis Hill to the sin bin one more time. Iroquois unable to get any momentum going. Another illegal cross check. Travis Hill, who has 1 goal in the tournament, plays for the Minnesota Swarm in the NLL. U.S. power play unit getting a lot of practice. Casey Powell fakes the shot. 2 behind the back passes. Jeff Shattler can't find it. Langtry retrieves the ball. Giving to Mundorf, trying for Mundorf, too hard. The Iroquois defense has picked off 3 balls during the power play. So some good work on the forced turnover from the Iroquois Nationals. And can they eat up some clock here? 8:16 remain in the half. Just taking their time. Corey Bombery. As the 30-second shot clock expires. And Jeff Shatler was cranked. Hey, he's gonna grab it. Well, no, he's not. His stick is knocked loose. Sid Smith here, the captain of Iroquois. Shatler picks up his stick. He'll go to the bench for a change. And the Nationals fans giving their boys a round of applause. Near corner. 40 seconds left. Iroquois will be short-handed. Sid Smith seems to be doing the defense all himself, pushing and shoving on two players. Off comes the captain of the United States, Chris Schiller. He's pouncing in. Schiller to Buchanan. Thompson up. Puts his back against the crossbar, making sure nothing sneaks in. Cody Jameson grabs the bouncing ball. Meant for Bombery. Way too high. Action picking up here. Miller out of his crease. 12 seconds left on the power play for the United States. Is this a main event or what for day 3? Penalty has expired. Iroquois kill it off. Buchanan here. One more time. Picked up Manuel Johnson. 6:44 remain in the second quarter. Andrew Secor. And trying for that weak side pass. Could not get to Secor. United States on the transition. Greg Downing. Spinning Casey Powell. A dump. Paul Rabel cannot pick it up. Cody Jameson, look at the speed, turns on the Rockets. A shot and scores! What a hurl by Cody Jameson. His second. Watch the speed, even in slow motion, of Cody Jameson. Kyle Hartzell galloping from his bench to try to stop him. But once Jameson has that speed going, nobody's safe. Iroquois pulled to within 1. 5-4 the score. Trying to get that loose ball in the face-off circle. Still nobody has it. Hodling circles back in front of the United States bench. And possession called in favor of the USA. Buchanan takes it outside the line. Left side corner. Langtree goes for the bouncer. Long outlet pass. Iroquois trying to catch the US on a change again. Thomas Montour pulls up and dances back. And a hard hit, sending Joseph Smith down. Off the ball play. Corey Bombery. And this is the part where he's so dangerous, just inside that line. Goes for the dish behind the back. Miller somehow saw it. Andrew Secor denied. Those long benches, the line changes are difficult. Paul Rabel. Cody Jameson picking it up. And Iroquois reading the defense. Reading rather the offense of the U.S. so well. Shatler. Number 77, you see him chug over to the right side. Corey Bombery. And you could feel for Jarrett Park as he took that off of the, hope not the ankle. It sails into the crowd. 4 minutes and 54 seconds in the first half. US think they should have the ball. And we're actually, to settle it, have a face-off. Don't see this too often. Face off to the left of Miller. And the officials explaining the procedure. Ryan Hodling and Roger Weiss leaning those shoulders in. Iroquois, well, nobody comes up with it yet. Loose ball, nabbed by Belisle. Cross floor pass. And Kyle Hartzell will casually go over center and give it to Mundorf. Casey Powell whipping down on the left side. Sean Morris receives. 6 on the shot clock. Mundorf centering up. Down behind the back, wide. Buchanan can't come up with it. Iroquois sprinting up. And this time the U.S. reads the defense. The captain, Chris Schiller. Sid Smith on him. Gets rid of it. Working. Double teamed. Shot does not get free. That was Brian Langtree. Paul Rabel now. A reach for Buchanan. He's smacked and sandwiched. Three minutes and 50 seconds left. And it will be a penalty. Who against, though, is it? To see the number there, Isaiah Kicknosway. And an illegal cross check. You see it, yes, from behind. Hit to Langtree. So the Iroquois taking an undisciplined penalty, down by 1. And they look so good. Thompson snapping those legs together. United States will be with the man advantage for the majority of the remainder of this first half. Holden Weiss gives it away. Cody Jameson, 2 goals so far. Jeff Schattler, captain of the Calgary Roughnecks. Underneath, and you would love to have that back. Jared Park saying thanks. That's a gift right into his lap. Park tosses it to Powell. He'll go off in the transition. Mundorf behind the net to Buchanan. Buchanan to Langtree. That golden mane, those locks flowing. Buchanan. There is that rocket. Langtree with the rebound. Where was the defense? Tom Montour. I think he wants something called as he was standing watching that beautiful goal by Langtree. You see Buchanan wind up and chuck it in. Langtree knocking at the door. Boom. Pound it. 5-5 the score. 6-4 rather for the United States. So no penalty call, and Langtree gets his first of the tournament. Langtree plays for the Colorado Mammoth of the NLL, and actually the 2003 National Lacrosse League Rookie of the Year. So another talented contributor to Team USA. 2:35 remain. That's a power play goal for the U.S. Mundorf now in front of his own bench. Langtree creates some room. Mundorf decides not to shoot, does it on his own, falls to a knee sidearm, turned away. Thompson looking for that long outlet pass. Finds Holden Weiss. U.S. has to be careful on that change. They've been burned 2 times now with it. Weiss on the right wing. Roger Weiss. His brother Holden goes off the floor. Looking for somebody outside the crease. And going in the crease with a foot was an Iroquois player. They'll reset. Under 2 minutes remain in the second quarter. Kevin Buchanan. Sends one high, another pick. Cody Jameson one more time, racing, rumbling, bumbling. Picked, shot, save. Buchanan was draped all over him. Casey Powell with a thunderous hit. Wow. Over the top. Does it count? It does. Thomas Montour doing some shoving to Paul Rabel. Coming back the other way. And that goal should be credited to Casey Powell. We'll get a better look here. Coming off of his big time hit. Powell, yeah. Dive, leaps. The only way Casey Powell can. Action heating up here with 1:23 to go. U.S. lead by 3. And the United States, the bronze medalist from 03 and 07, taking it to the silver medalist from those same years. Ulrich. Gives Rabel some room. Rabel open lane. Thompson with the save in his equipment. Thompson has faced some difficult shots. I wonder if Angus Goodleaf will get a peek in the second half or if they'll stay with Thompson. And a lazy toss. And possibly a slashing penalty. Joseph Smith heads in as we have 51 seconds left to play. Iroquois, who have been in the penalty box majority of the time and at inopportune times and have paid for it, get a chance to work on their special teams in an offensive manner. Iroquois, 36 seconds, just outside the crease, in the low post. Goes in the glove side, come back. Hartzell now. Whoa, hold on, have to be careful. Helmets come off. Schiller, the captain. Corey Bombery shoving him around. Remember, if you fight in the WILC, you will be ejected from the tournament. And the officials telling both benches, settle down. So cooler heads prevail. And you know, if this was in the NLL or MLL, oh, bodies would be flying. Captain Chris Schiller knows he's a much better use of his team on the floor than in the stands and being ejected. Both captains, you see Sid Smith for Iroquois. I'm sure there'll be some penalties. The U.S. box is open. One man has been added. Nobody in the Iroquois bin yet. And in plays like that, it's pretty much a pick 'em of who you want to put in the penalty box. Everybody involved. Mike Thompson taking a breather. This is the main event of day 3. Slovakia and England began today, and England took it 24-7. Good on Slovakia, though, scoring 7 goals. Canada and Australia was the match before this one, with the Canadians dominating 26-2. And Chris Schiller not pleased at all that nobody from Iroquois is in the penalty box, and now the U.S. player comes out of the box. That's Jack Reed. So after all this, the same penalty remains. And Jack Reed, has Jack Reed been ejected? Jack Reed is going to the dressing room. We're gonna have to try to learn more about this. Jack Reed heading to the back. He is not pleased. Now, I don't know if it's just for the game. I didn't see anything that warranted an ejection from the tournament in regards to a fight. I'll have to see if we can get word during the halftime break, but Jack Reed came out of the box where he originally was sitting. He's been thrown from the game, at least that's what it appears like. And between these two rivals, things getting out of hand. What surprises me the most, it was Chris Schiller who was manhandled, had his helmet knocked off, no penalty to Iroquois, and Jack Reed's the one that goes. And heading to the penalty box now is Greg Downing. So we had Jack Reed in the box, he left, Greg Downing goes in. And who knows what's going on here. But it looks like for the remaining 23 seconds of the half, the Iroquois Nationals will have a two-man advantage. Corey Bombry still talking to the officials. It looks like they're complaining. I'm not sure about what. They've had everything go their way here. So 23 seconds, two-man advantage. 5-on-3 Iroquois. They trail by 3. Corey Bombry from the left side. Now what's happening? The fans and the benches getting all razzed up here. Play just got underway, 8 seconds past, and the whistle blows again. The officiating thus far in the tournament has been tremendous, but I don't know what's happening right now. The United States penalty box is opened again. Going to try to listen to what the PA announcer is saying to get the call. It was in mention to Jack Reed. I believe it said he was gone from the game. So they're resetting the clock to 23 seconds. And it's actually a 5-minute penalty to the U.S. Wow. This could be one of those game-changing moments. The momentum shift. 14 seconds on the clock. And Iroquois will have a two-man advantage for 1:19. Miller has it go wide up into the banister area. 3 seconds left. And that will wrap up a very confusing last couple of minutes to the first half. The score is 7-4. Jack Reed, who had a goal yesterday, is gone from the game. We'll try to find out the exact details of that for you all watching at home. Chris Schiller going over to the officials and pleading the USA's case again. But in any case, to begin the second half, Iroquois will be up 2 men. So we'll step aside after one half of play. United States 7, Iroquois 4. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championship.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Tip. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.
Welcome back to the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships, brought to you in part by Lacrosse All-Stars, by players, for players, dedicated to the lacrosse state of mind. Our goal is simple: grow the game. Visit laxallstars.com. Andy McNamara joined by number 20 of Team Canada, Jordan Hall, here up in the broadcast booth from the HC Slavia Praha Arena. Jordan, the main event of the night, you guys coming off of a dominant 26-2 win over Australia. What do you make of this game so far, Iroquois and US? Bit of a scramble and confusion at the end of the first half.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Iroquois right now have to stay out of the box. They're getting into a little bit of penalty trouble, and right at the end there, Jack Reed took a costly penalty for his team. So right now it's been a battle of the power plays.
Absolutely, and Jack Reed tossed it, looked like, from the game. Have to get some clarification on exactly what the official call was, and you see Cody Jameson, number 3 on the day, past Eric Miller. And Jordan, being down 2 men to a team like Iroquois seems inevitable.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to play against anybody when it's 5-on-3, let alone the talent that the Iroquois have on offense. So Cody Jameson, I play with in Rochester, and you know I saw him do that a couple times this year.
Right. Well, yeah, he was 5-time Rookie of the Week in the National Lacrosse League. So after that goal, the Iroquois Nationals will still be up a man for 4 minutes and 14 seconds. United States in white, red, and blue as 2 Brahma Bulls lean into each other here. Hodling looks like he came up with it. No, now it's Iroquois. Doing a duck underneath and roll. Scooting free. There's Ryan Hodling. Oh, follow the bouncing ball, folks. Loose ball here. Sid Smith, the captain of Iroquois. Now he has it. What a ferocious defender he is. Jameson has 3, and the Iroquois Nationals in their blue, purple, and yellow jerseys. I was mentioning too, Jordan, the good-looking jerseys at this tournament. Just outstanding all around as that shot goes off the post.
You gotta look good to play good.
Oh yeah. Cody Jameson gives it. He receives. Iroquois creeping in. Roger Weiss top of the line. Blind pass. Those gold-reflecting sticks of Iroquois. 1 for style, 2 for distraction behind Eric Miller. Giving out to Cody Jameson. Iroquois circling like sharks. Roger Weiss behind the back pass. Jameson wires one wide. 3:04 left on the power play for Iroquois.
Still a lot of time to kill on a penalty.
Well, absolutely, and the United States clinging to a 2-goal lead in this, the final game of day number 3 here at WILC. Paul Rabel.
Here's a guy who can kill a penalty.
Absolutely. You see him backpedaling, going shorthand Westervelt. Thomas Montour swipes it aside. Rabel charging, being double teamed. An Iroquois sandwich. Up to Mondorf. He's been a nice surprise in this tournament as the bouncer goes off the post. Had Thompson beat as the shot clock expired. And the United States will get the ball. And Brendan Mundorf, 3 goals and 4 assists so far in this tournament. Jordan, for the U.S., who's impressed you? You guys have been scouting both teams out. Who's impressed you so far for the United States?
You know, it's no real surprise. I think Casey Powell has been their best player. I've played with him for years. He's an unbelievable player, and he's shown it. He just had a play where he battled, made a big hit, and then went down and scored right after. So he's doing everything right now.
Absolutely, and Casey Powell, 3 goals tonight. U.S. will be shorthanded for another 2:05. Corey Bombury creeping to the left side. Watch out for him. He's been very effective this tournament. Whipping the ball around the top of the arc of the Iroquois. Hurls one hard. Roger Weiss. That's his 8th goal of the tourney. First of the night. And all of a sudden, Iroquois pulled within 1. Have a look.
Yeah, it looks like he just beat him over that top left shoulder there. Nice outside shot. Their power play's got a couple big shooters.
No doubt. So now, almost a new game. And still, a minute 50 for Greg Downing to sit in the U.S. penalty box.
Looks like Tommy Ryan's going for a goaltender change. My guess is this is just to give his penalty killers a little bit of a break here. I'm sure they're going to switch up right away.
A good point in Jason Henhock. 0-0. See him tag in.
Oh, maybe not. There's no warm-up. Usually see a switch like that, and they give him a little bit of a warm-up, give the penalty killers a break, and then they throw him right back in there. So we'll see if he stays in there.
They're going right after. Kicked back by the Iroquois. Picked up smartly. Isaiah Kiknoswe. He mainly a transition and defensive player. Kiknoswe has 2 goals in this tournament. He popped one by 2. Jeff Shatler, the Calgary Roughnecks in the NLL, MVP of that league, Roger Weiss. Trying to find an open lane, doesn't see anything he likes. Iroquois pressing, Shatler. In and behind, went for a one-time swing. Shot clock expires. And the USA need to eat up the majority of this penalty. Casey Powell, one of the best to do that, along with his teammate here, Paul Rabel. Matt Ulrich on the floor as well. Rabel receives in the face-off circle. Under a minute to go. The man advantage for Iroquois. Back on top, Buchanan. Strikes back, Ulrich now. 4 on the shot clock. Rabel here. Can he get one free? Turns, fires. Up to the mesh. In behind the Iroquois goal.
It's exactly what you need. Just hit the goalie, get it out of bounds, and get the reset.
Casey Powell taking up more time. Iroquois have made good use. They were the ones in a lot of penalty trouble early. The U.S. have given it all right back, whether rightly or wrongly, depending, I guess, if you're a USA or Iroquois fan. Rabel with a little juke. Ulrich going hard. He's pressed, though. 15 seconds left. Casey Powell. It's wide, and that'll be a turnover. Iroquois' offense rumbling up, trying for one last drive on this power play. 8 seconds. And the clock is going. They'll reset that. And they haven't reset the clock yet. And maybe Iroquois didn't catch it. U.S. getting a bit of a break. And penalty is over. High, over the top. Jameson, 1-2, both times missing up top. Smith pressing Jameson.
Oh, that could be called back in, but looks like it got away with one.
Very close, and the USA on the offense now. Morris waits for Westervelt to come on. Langtry had a pretty goal in the second quarter. Mundorf was cradling the ball, and there is a stoppage.
Looks like coincidental penalties. I believe that's Francis and Westerveld are going off.
Oh, offsetting penalties, yeah. Some off the ball action. And Westerveld chirping at the officials.
Yeah, I know Drew likes to mix it up a little bit, but I don't know if Francis is the one he wants to do it with. He's a big boy who knows how to throw him.
Now, Jordan, in this tournament where if you fight, you're gone. You were kicked out of the tournament. How much composure, maybe you guys haven't run into it quite yet, and we'll talk about that in the next stoppage. Langtree, forced back beyond the line. Offsetting penalties here. Paul Rabel dumps it to Powell. Powell racing in. And loose ball at the bank. Crease violation, Iroquois possession. How hard has it been, or has it been an issue yet where you have to control that temper, where in the NLL you would maybe drop the gloves, or some teammates would have to take that extra second and think. If you do, you're out.
Yeah, I got here a day late. Apparently there was a little bit of fireworks with the Czech Republic team. A couple guys were going a little extra hard on some of our players in an exhibition. So, you know, I think our coach made a good point. It's something that you really need to watch out for. You can't be losing guys early in the tournament.
No, absolutely not. And especially in the England-Australia game, it was a very rough battle. And everybody kept their cool. Shot clock expires as there were a scrum for that ball. U.S. hustling over the line. Kevin Buchanan has Mundorf trying to set a pick, decides for Morris to reset the offense. Langtree with the break, centering up. Doesn't see anything he likes, gives to Buchanan, trying to use the screen, rolls out, over the top, fires, blocked by Montour.
U.S. has to be careful. Looks like one of the Iroquois players was already up the floor. They're looking for transition.
Well, Cody Jameson has burned them on that twice from a long outlet pass, and you know, Jordan, kick saved by Henhock. If Cody Jameson gets a step on you, it's over.
Yeah, that's right. When he gets his opportunities, he makes the most of them. That's for sure.
Here's Jarrett Park, one of the few flowing mains on the U.S. team. We're in Czech Republic, so that's a Yarmer Yager type hair. Powell whips one wide. 7:48 to go in the third quarter. Jeff Shatler. And Iroquois. Can they tie things up? And a hard hit. That's going to be a penalty. Hitting the floor was Kyle Hartzell. Will there be no penalty? I thought there would be a call on that. No, just U.S. possession. Some inconsistent calls. Casey Powell to Langtree. Has that quick first step, does Langtree. Underneath, count it. Wow, what a gorgeous feed from Langtree to Sean Morris. Taking the one-time hit.
Morris did well with that. That was a tough feed, kind of almost handcuffed him in real tight to his body. Did a great job getting it up and over the goalie's shoulder there.
And you saw there his foot very close to that line. No instant replay in this tournament. U.S. leading by 2. Coming out of the face-off. Iroquois ball. And Jordan, with the WILC, they're going back to the 2010 NLL way, where it's the 2-inch face-off instead of the 8-inch. How have Team Canada found going back a year, really during NLL play, to have to deal with that face-off?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny. We haven't noticed it too much. We didn't really bring a face-off specialist with us, so we're not noticing yet because we don't really have the personnel to notice the difference. So
right.
we're making do right now.
Paul Rabel working free, tries to get some pressure. Mundorf has some hops, but couldn't quite bring that down. Casey Powell now spinning. Forced back out. Underhand shot. And here's that long feed. And bobbling the ball intended. Here's Chris Schiller. He comes back with it now. The crowd coming alive here at the HC Slavia Praha Arena. And Langtree putting his arm, saying, settle down, boys. Let's take it easy and go at our pace. Kevin Buchanan tries for the screen, and that will bounce in behind the penalty area. Fresh line changes. 6 minutes, 3 seconds. U.S. leading Iroquois 8-6. And Jordan, going into tomorrow's game, obviously took down Australia 26-2, facing England. And that should be a pretty difficult battle for you guys. England finishing 4th the past 2 years, or 2 tournaments rather.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch of guys that play in the NLL, so they'll have a stronger lacrosse body from England, as well as all the Canadian guys and American guys that are dressing for their native countries or ancestor countries.
Whoa, and that stick break? I heard a glass shatter. I don't think that was a sound effect.
I might have gone off a helmet there. That might have been the noise. See Park adjusting his.
It looked like some shrapnel flying off of one of those. Those cross balls, if they hit you, you know it. Action back underway. Shatler gives to the weak side. Iroquois being forced out, trying to draw out the U.S. defense. On for Bombury, pass and scores! Dean Hill collects the rebound after Bombury shot, and Dean Hill has his first goal of the game, 9th of this WILC. Let's have a peek at the replay.
Looks like just being in the right place at the right time, kind of followed the shot, just scooped it out of the crease while the goalie was reaching for it, and an easy put away. Those are the ones that you like to get, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Iroquois down by a goal. The third quarter starts to wind down. The intensity and ferocity of this matchup, everything we expected. As the silver and bronze medalists from the 03 and 07 WILCs square off here in the round robin. Jeff Shatler, that move past the screen, that went right through the legs of Henhoff and then off the post.
Wow, I think that was 2 posts back in a row.
Yeah.
Almost an identical goal that we just saw.
Wow, and there's a penalty to the U.S. Thompson races out. Corey Bombury, he can score, but what a setup man he is. Bombury looked more of a shot than a pass. Roger Weiss with the behind the backer. Over in the crease, and the U.S. getting control. And a hold will be the infraction. Come to Mitch Belisle.
Little extracurriculars as both teams head to their respective benches. Guys are mixing it up, and I think that's something with this tournament is that when you don't have the fights, there's a lot of talking, right?
Yes,
guys,
yes. You have to get your frustration out somehow. And maybe a little extra oomph on those hacks to the body.
That's right.
U.S. find themselves shorthanded again. Seems like all quarter. Shatler with the pick set. Iroquois' power play has got a lot of practice today. Shatler waits in the high post. Decides to pass. There's Roger Weiss, finds a lane. Kicked away by Henhoff. And are you surprised, Jordan, at the length of time Jason Henhoff has remained in net here with Eric Miller? He didn't play poorly.
No, I didn't think so either. I don't know if they're just trying to change it up or what the coach is thinking, but I definitely didn't think Miller was making, or was just letting in goals that he shouldn't have.
No. It seems to be okay thus far. Well, just as we say that. Yeah. That is one Henhoff would like to have back. The always dangerous Corey Bombury. Goal number 6 from the assistant captain.
So one thing I see the PP that the U.S. is doing, and none of them are stepping into shooting lanes right now, which is, something that you're always told. Step in front of that shot. Make sure it's difficult. So you're shooting around a guy. Kind of changes how you release the shot. Makes it difficult for you as a shooter. So, I think that's something they gotta start to do. I know it's round robin. You don't want to step in front of a shot, but either way, something to work on.
No, good point. And now it's a whole new game. We're tied up at 8. Iroquois working their way back, if not at a lead yet in this game. And these two squads are going to set the tone of the tournament. As we head into the final round robin day tomorrow, break Wednesday, then the playoff rounds on Thursday. Went for the lead feed. Paul Rabel crunching. Who's that? Looks like maybe Kiknosway. US back the other way. The always dangerous Casey Powell on the floor. Westervelt, quarterback in the offense. Casey Powell and Westervelt switching positions. Westervelt heading off. Paul Rabel now gives to the near corner. 2:49 left. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Penalty has expired, and he'll have to do something there. Langtree being quite physical. And a lot of room on the turf for the Iroquois Nationals, an extremely fast team. We've seen that with Cody Jameson already. Thomas Montour, the Buffalo Bandits, chugs off the floor. On comes Dean Hill. Hill now gives it. Iroquois being forced out 1 second, and Jordan just didn't look like the Nationals got set at all on that play.
Yeah, just couldn't find anything in the middle. They had a couple guys cut, but everything, the ball was up high. It always makes it hard to hit a cutter.
Just over 2 minutes left. USA trying to get back on track here. Whoa, stumbling. Buchanan has to get rid of it, maybe catching a line in the carpet here. And a hard hit on the receiving end. Ulrich collided heavily with Holden Weiss.
He's a big boy.
Oh yeah, we saw a nasty hit by Casey Powell early, then he went in to score. Came through the sandwich. That was Mundorf. Broke right through the defense. Cody Jameson, one more time. Bobbled it though. Allowing the US defenders to get back. That was Greg Downing. And Jordan, that would have been the third time Cody Jameson broke free. Trying for the little lead feed is Dean Hill. Shot clock winding down. Iroquois gives to Hill through the screen. Henhock makes a wild swipe at it and makes the stop.
It's a great save.
Casey Powell has been held relatively in check since the first quarter. That's Morris. Shot clock winding down. We are under a minute here. Powell waits 6 seconds. He's still outside the line. And his pass, a sloppy one, gets by. Iroquois will try for one last big rush. Can they take the lead?
This is a tough situation. The clock and the shot clock are about 10 seconds off, and they shut it off incorrectly there.
Yeah. So now they don't.
I guess they just get a full. I guess they get the rest of the time.
Shetler got through, but Hennock saw quite a bit of it. Overhead toss. Jarrett Park had his lid knocked off.
No call.
4 seconds. Buchanan one more time. Boom, boom, Buchanan. Save by Thompson. And that will end the third quarter. Jordan, what a physical game. Calls back and forth. The officiating for the most part has been terrific, but pretty inconsistent in this game on both ends.
Yeah, you know, that's the biggest thing you fault. You know, if refs are letting it go, everybody realizes refs are letting it go. But if it's just so inconsistent, where one time you're getting held, another time you're getting called for something, it makes it very tough as an offensive player and a defensive player. So it's interesting right now. This game's 8-8. I mean, it's an exciting game.
Wow. Well, the best one of the tournament so far, most exciting anyway. In any case, we'll step aside. All tied up at 8. USA versus Iroquois. You're watching the 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships.
Patronem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Synod Tip. Partnerem mistrovství světa v boxlacrossu je Magistrát hlavního města Prahy a nadace Terezy Maxové dětem.
The World Indoor Lacrosse Championships are brought to you in part by Lacrosse Playground, the only website dedicated entirely to lacrosse equipment, apparel, and the lacrosse lifestyle. Visit www.lacrosseplayground.com. Andy McNamara joined by Team Canada's Jordan Hall for the fourth quarter. United States and Iroquois. Jordan, after 3 quarters of play, we have solved absolutely nothing. It's all tied up at 8. You see Mike Thompson in the net. And they are going back to Eric Miller in the U.S. goal.
Old-fashioned barn burner. I love it. You know, it's good that they got such a good game going right now because we have a decent crowd here. So hopefully some of the locals are really starting to get into it.
Absolutely. In the game tomorrow, I think this place will be packed. Czech Republic versus Ireland. The most important game that both of these teams have said for the tournament is they'll determine if they can go into the playoff rounds. Iroquois and black, purple, and yellow. U.S. white, red, and blue. And we're at even strength. Nobody in the box, which has been a rarity in the past couple of quarters. Casey Powell whips it to the left side. Ulrich creating some interference. Underneath, Ulrich trying to break free. Couldn't quite do it. Casey Powell. Underhand shot.
There's Jameson again.
Here he goes on Paul Rabel, being hacked and got just enough. Cody Jameson has broken free 3 times and has made the U.S. paid for it each of those times. Iroquois trying to set up. U.S. a bit scrambly on their defensive setup. Dumped in for the 4 seconds. Trying for the behind the back. And Eric Miller, who got burned one time, you just see him draping his shoulders over that top of the crossbar.
Yeah, he looked prepared for that one.
Each team has scored with one of those Superman flying behind the net offerings. Here's Langtree. Mondorf. A hard shot, deceptive off the bounce, took an odd spin. Mike Thompson has looked phenomenal. And Jason Henhock came in relief for the 3rd quarter of Eric Miller, who's back in now. We were discussing, Jordan, an odd decision since he would have been ice cold coming out of warm-up. Henhock.
Yeah, kind of put him in for a power play to get shelled.
Yeah, must have done something wrong to somebody. Jarrett Park mauling Roger Weiss as the shot clock expires. The U.S. defense smothering Iroquois' attack. Here's Casey Powell. Moore's trying to set something up. Mundorf now with a quick step. Thought about shooting, decided to hold back. Might have had a shot. Langtree now. Iroquois pushing them out. Morris can't handle it. Topped in.
Jameson again.
Jameson wide. Hartzell almost got him. Smith rumbling and bumbling over center.
I think E. Miller got a piece of that with the shaft of his stick, the old broom handle.
Yeah. Very close. Jameson continues to find a way to break free. Hurls that one wide. Loose ball. Iroquois comes up with it. Belisle and Schiller galloping to get back into position. Jeff Shatler, the National Lacrosse League MVP. Waiting, wow. Corey Bombery, the sniper. Jordan, I was talking about earlier, his setup abilities, what he can show, he can slam it home too. What an impressive second goal of the game.
Yeah, a couple great screens. USA gets sealed in. With that much time and room, he's going to put it away. That's a great shot right by the left leg there of E. Miller.
So the assistant captain picks up his 7th goal of the tournament. And the Iroquois have their first lead of the game. And what a good time to get it as we are in the 4th quarter. Still anyone's match. Sean Morris dishes to the left wing. Langtree waiting, 9 on the shot clock. Iroquois with a tight box, setting up on defense. Mundorf. A pick. Wait a minute. Here they go. Thomas Montour. Mundorf right on him with a hack. Almost ripped him. I think a penalty's coming up. Yeah, that should go to Brandon Mundorf.
Yeah, just managed to wrap him up just a little bit there. You see the replay here. Once you take one hand off your stick, his free hand touched him on the shoulder. Refs are going to call that right away. Kind of a tough situation to be in. You definitely don't want to let him get away on the breakaway, but Tommy Montour's got some speed on him. So Brandon Mundorf, I think, just kind of made a desperation play there.
And got caught for it. No goals today, but 7 points in the U.S.'s first 2 games. Referees having a meeting of the minds here. Mundorf playing for the Philadelphia Wings in the NLL, also participates in Major League Lacrosse.
Yeah, I plays for Denver, played the Toronto Nationals, who I play on in the summertime, and lit us up for, I believe, 10 or 12 points just 2 weeks ago. So he's a very talented player.
Jeez. Now the field season underway. And a timeout called. Schiller, captain of the U.S., not liking that decision. And Jordan, while we have this opportunity, moving against England tomorrow, the competition level gets stepped up.
Oh, it looks like we got a penalty shot here.
Hold on, yeah. Jeff Shatler.
Oh,
the crossbar.
Wow, hits the crossbar.
And we were wondering why he was setting up. It looked like, I thought, a timeout at first. Shatler comes up.
I guess they called it, it's a breakaway where he was interfered with.
Yeah.
So. And Shatler here does a great job. You can see that he beats Miller. Miller tries to get the arm up, and goalie's best friend hits the crossbar.
Well, can't get any closer than that. We have a USA chant in the crowd. Gotta love the spirit. USA and Iroquois fans piling in at the HC Slavia Praha Arena. So the U.S. keeping their deficit to just 1. We'll get back to your thoughts against playing England tomorrow when we have a free chance. Shatler here. A little shuffle step. Corey Bombery, so dangerous from that left side. At the baseline now, kicks it back. Roger Weiss. Belisle trying to break free of the screen.
Oh, that same shot he just scored on nearly went there.
Skips it by like a rock over water. 10:36 remains. U.S. ball, still plenty of time. Chris Schiller gets rid of it and heads to the bench. Casey Powell's been kept in check during this half. Buchanan working his way across. U.S. trying to penetrate on this drive. Bring it back. Only able to push it was Ulrich. Thompson almost lost it there.
Nice pick and roll attempt there from Ulrich. Just Iroquois made a nice defensive play getting back and disrupting it.
And look who has it. The always dangerous Cody Jameson. Went for the soft touch to Andrew Secor. He's been solid so far. Muscling his way is Kyle Hartzell. 3 seconds on the clock. A whip, shoulder save. Eric Miller standing tall. United States coming back the other way. Offense coming back on transition. Buchanan working his way to the low post. Casey Powell trying to do it himself. Bouncer. Didn't get the placement he wanted. Heads into the mesh behind Thompson. And we've seen Jordan the aggressiveness tone down a little bit as the game gets into crunch time.
Yeah, everybody's focusing up. Seems like they got that stuff out of their system.
Yeah. Swatted free. Miller. Bouncing ball. He can't come up with it. Miller caught out of position. It will go to the U.S. And as we say that, a hard check from Captain Chris Schiller. Bounce pass there. Mundorf. Just beyond his reach. U.S. able to recover though. 10 seconds left, being double teamed. Mundorf forced out in the lane. Kick save. And Jameson smoked.
Wow, I thought there might be an interference call there, but nice shoulder on shoulder checks. Refs are letting it go.
Over the head of Thompson. U.S. resetting one more time. Casey Powell.
U.S. really has to be careful. If you notice, Iroquois had one player already at center.
Well, yeah, and Cody Jameson has proved they can't stop him on the breakout. Little dish pass. Trying for the one-timer in the air. Langtree, ooh, he had to be careful. Held the jersey. Jameson here. Doing it himself. Wow, coast to coast. How good is Cody Jameson? Unbelievable.
Yeah, Cody has really stepped up his game here. Here's the replay. You know, he kind of baits Langtree like he's going to pull it out. He looked like he was, you know, not really even a threat and just fired the ball low on E. Miller.
What a terrific effort. And Cody Jameson, only in his rookie year, finishing his rookie year in the NLL. What a career he's going to have, no doubt. 4th goal today. Has 9 coming into this game. Mundorf. And Jordan Hall had a nice looking shooting opportunity. Again, he pulls back. Kicks it out. Buchanan.
It almost
waits. Went 5-hole. And yeah, Jordan, why would...
It almost
U.S. has their best on the floor. Westervelt bobbled up on the pad, and Thompson secured it, and now it's a timeout for the Iroquois Nationals. So Jordan, now that we have a quick moment to talk about it, Canada playing England tomorrow, the final day of the round robin. England has looked impressive. Day one, defeating Australia 20-8. Had day two off, and this morning, 24-7 over England. Tom Johnson with 6 goals. Talk a little bit about maybe the game plan or your thoughts about playing England.
Well, England this will be the first team that we've played that has a great goalie. You know, they have Matt Royk in there, who's an all-star caliber goalie in the NLL. He's a big body in there, knows what he's doing. So this will be a real test for us. And they got, like I said, a whole bunch of guys from the NLL, like Tom Johnson, playing. So it'll be good. It should sharpen us up, and hopefully we'll get the W and show up to the game ready to go.
And also the coaching from England. Chris Hall from the Washington Stealth.
That's right. He'll have them whipped in shape.
Yeah.
You know, some of these teams have had coaches that necessarily don't know the game as well as North Americans do. So it's good that Chris Hall's over here. Here we go. No surprise. Looks like Jameson's getting doubled. He's killing the clock a little bit. Park and Rabel, I can tell you, are about the 2 fastest guys in the NLL. And they're both on Jameson, who's doing a great job with the ball. And that's got to be called right there.
Is that called? Yeah. Jameson being turned inside out by Jarrett Park. And
I never say never, but you got to figure that the Iroquois should take this one.
Now, obviously, Jordan, you see in the replay being taken down, you want to stop Jameson, but you have to think there's a better way than that to get a penalty.
Yeah, well, I think earlier they should have let Jameson have the 5 seconds in the crease. When he went to step out, kind of take a left-right stance on him. You know, they kind of got one in front, one behind, and Jameson was able to squeak away. Did a great job, though.
So now time ticking away for the U.S.
And here's Shatler. I doubt you're going to get it out of his stick.
No, 3, 2, and 1. Taking the shot, and that is it. The Iroquois Nationals coming back from behind. They only took the lead in the 4th quarter. And you see the United States dejected after a hard-fought loss. 11-10. Give it to Iroquois. Jordan, your thoughts on the game overall? Iroquois off to a slow beginning, but worked their way back to take it. What are your thoughts overall on these Iroquois Nationals?
Very talented team. You know, they got a bunch of guys that can really get up and down the floor. Looks like they're well coached. They kind of had a system in place with running a guy out. Jameson got away early. I was really surprised Jameson was going out the back door, but totally played in their favor tonight. They'll be tough. Great goaltending, good defense. Definitely be a tough team. And the U.S. has a great team as well. So, you know, depending on the crossover game, and we're lucky enough to take first, it looks like we'll have to play a tough USA team in the semis.
Absolutely. Well, they're lining up to shake hands. The United States showed glimpses of greatness, obviously on offense with Casey Powell, Buchanan, and Rabel. What area do they have to improve in most, do you feel, to compete further down when they hit the playoff rounds?
Well, you know, it just looked like the Iroquois were able to get inside a lot. It was, one, the fast breaks. You should never let fast break goals happen. Any goalie will be all over you for those.
Right.
So you got to limit those, and they did get some shots inside. So you can't really be having those. So, you know, the outside goals, you can have a couple of those every game, but inside and fast break goals will kill you.
Well, Jordan, thank you very much for letting me save my voice a little bit up here and the 3 games today. So thank you very much. You're welcome anytime. Good luck to Canada tomorrow. They play England 4 o'clock local time. Jordan Hall of Team Canada. Thank you very much, sir.
No problem. If my dad's listening, Phil, how you doing? All the way from Prague.
There you go. The 2011 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships Day 3 wraps up. Iroquois Nationals defeating the United States 11-10. For Jordan Hall, I'm Andy McNamara. Good night from Prague.